Let us discuss a lab program for the knapsack problem. So we have discussed two methods for the knapsack problem, right? So we have one more method, we'll discuss that. For now, we have discussed already two methods we have discussed. One is greedy method and another one is dynamic programming method, right? So here we have the question like implement in Java the 0 or 1 knapsack problem using dynamic programming. Okay, dynamic programming method uses 0 or 1 knapsack and greedy method uses fractional part of the items, right? So for the greedy method we are going to use fractional part, and for the dynamic programming method we are going to use 0 or 1 knapsack. Okay. So 0 or 1 knapsack problem we have discussed in the last class, right? Let us discuss with the program. Import java.util.star. As we already know, because we have already learned 5 lab programs. So java.util.star, from this package, I'm going to use scanner class. I told you that also, that is java.util.scanner I can directly use. Okay, if you don't remember the class name, then it's better to give star, right? I told you this. Okay, then public class knapsack. So here static float weight, it will hold the weight, this array will hold the weight of the items which we are going to include. Okay, and static float value for each item value will be stored in this array, that is value. The static float ratio. For greedy knapsack we need to find out the ratio, because we have discussed with 3 methods and one random method also we have used, that is at least 1 unit from each item we are going to include in the knapsack. We have checked with that for the greedy method, and then least weight we have checked. Least weighted item will be added first into the knapsack, then next least item, right? That is the another method. And the third method is we have used highest profit item. Highest valued item will be added first into the knapsack, then next highest valued item, then next highest valued item until the knapsack is filled, right? And then fourth method we have used is ratio, finding the ratio of profit by weight ratio, or value by weight ratio we are going to find out. And highest for the item for which we get highest ratio, that item will be added first into the knapsack, then next highest ratio item, right? So here, and after finding all these values, we have checked that for the ratio method, that is profit by ratio method, we have got the highest profit. So that is the greedy method used here also. Okay, for that only we have discussed algorithm, right? So here also we are going to use the same algorithm, and that is implemented in Java. Okay, then static float x, which is equal to new float of 20. This is a vector. This vector shows which item is included into the knapsack and how much of that item is included. Okay, so in this, if the fraction of item, if it is greedy method, we are going to include fraction of item, right? So if half of the item is included, then it shows 0.5. Okay, if 1/4 of the item is included, then it will show 0.25. Okay, like that. So that will be the content of vector x or array x. Then static float b, which is equal to new float of 50. So this will hold the table for dynamic knapsack. For the table for dynamic knapsack, we need some array, right? 2-dimensional array, right? Number of items and the weight, n+1 cross w+1. We have discussed in the last class, right? So to hold that array, we need this v. Okay, then static float w holds the capacity of the knapsack, and then int ij, and then this is for looping, and n for number of items. Static scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. We know that system.in, it points to the input stream, and we are creating object for that. So s points to standard input stream. Okay, and consider these are the values I'm going to enter the number of objects, that is 4, enter the weight of each object. 2 1 3 2, I have entered weight of 4 objects. Then I have entered value of each object 12 10 20 and 15, and capacity of the knapsack I have entered is equal to 5. So here the same problem we have discussed in the last class, but here we are going to get the ratio of the item, that is profit by weight of each item. We are going to find out the profit and we are going to find the ratio there, and according to the ratio it is sorted in decreasing order of the weight, that is decreasing order of the ratio. Okay, items are sorted in decreasing order of the ratio. So initially we have 2 1 3 2, right? 2 1 3 2, but you can see that 12 by 2 the value is 6. You can see this table, that is profit by weight and ratio we have got. Okay, so I have given it in a table. You can notice that 12 divided by 2 is 60. That is the 6. That is the first item. But after sorting, it is in the last position. Ratio is very less. Okay, among all this is the least ratio, right? Then 20 by 3. This is the third item. We are getting 6.66 for that. And then 15 divided by 2. This is the last item when we have entered, right? It is giving the ratio 7.5. This is the second highest ratio. And 10 divided by 1, that is the second item. It is in the first position. Second item, it is in the first position because ratio is more for this. So 10 divided by 1, which is equal to 10. So 10, 7.5, 6.66 and 6. So it is sorted in the decreasing order of the ratio. So items positions are changed here. Okay, items positions have changed here. I hope you are getting. Okay, let us discuss greedy knapsack, that is G knapsack. I have given the name as G knapsack, static void G knapsack. I told you static, this method or this function is static because without creating the object I am calling this. That's why I have made it as static. Okay, static void G knapsack. Float TP. TP is total profit at the end of this algorithm or end of this function or method. Total profit is equal to initially 0, and you will hold the remaining capacity of the knapsack. Initially U is equal to W. Initially U is equal to the entire capacity of the knapsack. Entire capacity of the knapsack we have entered is 5. So U will take the value 5. Okay, for I is equal to 1 up to n. So all the items must be considered here. So 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Initial value of x of I is equal to 0. So x of 1 is equal to 0, x of 2 is equal to 0, x of 3 is equal to 0 and x of 4 is equal to 0. Okay, then for I is equal to 1 to 1 up to 3. Okay, up to 3 it is I less than n. Once 4 becomes 4 equal to 4, it will come out of the loop, for loop. Okay, so up to 3 it will consider I is equal to 1, I less than n, I plus plus. So if weight of I is greater than u, that means you cannot, u is remaining capacity of the knapsack, so you cannot put that particular item into the knapsack, so skip that, call break. So come out of the loop. If weight of I is greater than the capacity of the knapsack, that is remaining capacity of the knapsack, then call break. Otherwise, that is else, x of I is equal to 1. So according to this, okay, according to this, x of I is equal to 1. We are making x of 1 is equal to 1. That means we are going to add the first item into the knapsack. Okay, we are going to add the first item into the knapsack. Then we are making then TP is equal to TP plus value of I. Total profit initially 0. Now total profit is equal to total profit plus value of I. What is the value of this item with weight with weight 1, which is equal to 10? So it will be added. So 0 plus 10, which is equal to 10. So total profit is equal to 10 now. Then U is equal to U minus weight. Okay, U is equal to 5. 5 minus weight of 5. Weight of this first item which we have added is 1. Okay, that is in the list it is 1. In the list it is in the second position, but actually after sorting it is in the first position. So 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. Okay, 4 is the remaining capacity of the knapsack. Okay, this will continue. So we'll check that. Okay, initially we are going to add the first item. X of 1 is equal to 1. Okay, that is x of 1. First item we are going to add, that is according to the values entered, it is the second item, right? Total profit is equal to, initially total profit was 0. 0 plus value of I, which is equal to 10. So total profit is equal to 10. Then U will be U value will be decreased. U is equal to U minus weight of I, 5 minus 1. Okay, 5 minus 1. So that will be added here. 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. So these are the updation made. Again, it will check with the content of again it will check with the content of your for loop. So for I is equal to, I value will be incremented now. I is equal to 2. Okay, I value is equal to 2. Okay, I value is equal to 2. So x of 2 is equal, now it will check with the weight of that. Now according to the values pi divided by wi, second least item is the last one, that is 15 divided by 2, so 7.5, right? 7.5. So this will made as visited. So weight of that is equal to 2. It will check with the weight. What is the weight? 2 greater than 4, condition is false. So it will come to the else part. X of 2 is equal to 1. Okay, it will make x of 2 is equal to 1. TP is equal to TP plus value of I. So what is TP? It was 10. 10 plus next value, we are going to add it entirely. So 10 plus 15, which is equal to 25. So this will be added and value of U will be decremented again. U is equal to 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. So remaining capacity of the knapsack is equal to 2. Okay, remaining capacity of the knapsack is equal to 2. Then again it will increment the value of I becomes 3. When I becomes 3, weight of I is 3. Weight of I, which are the next item you are going to consider, is 20 divided by 3. That is 20 divided by 3, 6.66 is the ratio of that. So item is the third one according to the values entered. So 20 is the value of that and 3 is the weight of that. So when we enter this, when we try to enter this last item, remaining capacity of the knapsack is 2 and weight of the item which we are trying to enter is 3. Right? 3 greater than 2, condition is true. So it will call break, it will come out of the loop. And what is the value of I? I is equal to 3 and 3 less than or equal to n. 3 is less than 4. Condition is true. So x of I is equal to u divided by weight of I. X of I is equal to u divided by weight of I. So what is the value u here? U is equal to 2. Okay, u is equal to 2. 2 divided by, what is the weight of I? It is 2 divided by 3. Okay, weight of the third item which we are going to enter is 2 divided by 3, which is equal to 0.6. Okay, which is equal to 0.6. So x of 3 will get the value 0.6. Okay, x of 3 will get the value 0.6. So x of 1 is equal to 1, x of 2 is equal to 1, x of 3 will get the value 0.6. Okay, then update the profit also. So TP is equal to TP plus, what is TP? TP was 25, right? TP was 25. 25 plus x of 5. So 0.66 we have got. 0.66 into value of I is equal to 20. So we'll get 38.2. Okay, we'll get 38.2. That will be the profit assigned to TP. Okay, system.out.println, weight, value, and x. All the three we are going to display. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, system.out.println, weight of I, value of I, and x of I. And for all this, I have given a tab space in between. So that's why tab space /t, it is in the double quotes. Okay, weight of I, value of I, and x of I. X of I will give you how much fraction of the item is entered into the knapsack. System.out.println, maximum profit is equal to TP, which is equal to 38.2. Okay, which is equal to 38.2. So that will be displayed at the end. Okay, I hope you understood. So for the same problem, we have got 37 as the maximum profit in the last class, right? Because there we cannot add fraction of the item. For dynamic programming, we cannot add fraction of the item. We can add either the item completely or we have to exclude it completely, right? So 0 or 1 knapsack it is. So since here we can add the fraction of the item until the capacity of the knapsack, until the knapsack is filled, we can fill the knapsack with the items, and fraction of the item is also can be filled, right? So for this we are getting 38.2. For the dynamic knapsack we'll get 37 again. Okay, so that will be the concept of greedy knapsack. So before discussing dynamic knapsack, let us see what is the output of this. So when you display this greedy knapsack solution, weight, value, and x. So first item, according to the ratio we have sorted, right? First item is added entirely. So value is 10. So we have added, you can see the vector x also. So it is 1. That means that item is added completely. Again, second item is also added completely. 10 plus 15, 25. Then in the third item, we have added 2/3 of it. 2 divided by 3, right? 20 divided by 3, that is 0.66. We have added into the knapsack. So that will be total profit will be 3.38.2. Okay, that will be displayed at the end. Okay, then let us discuss dynamic knapsack. Dynamic knapsack we have discussed, same recurrence relation we are going to use here. Instead of giving name f to the recurrence relation, here we have given b. So that is the name of the table. Okay, for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than or equal to w, j plus plus. So 0th item and 0th row and 0th column values will be 0. If I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. If row number is equal to 0 or column number is equal to 0, then v of ij is equal to 0. That is first row and first column value will be 0. Else, if weight of I is greater than j, if weight of I is greater than j, that means we have to use the previous weight as it is. That means you cannot use the current item into the knapsack. You cannot put the current item into the knapsack because weight of the ith item is greater than the capacity of the knapsack. Remaining capacity will be pointed by J here. Okay, in the previous remaining capacity we were pointing by U, right? Now here J is pointing to the remaining capacity of the knapsack. If weight of the ith item is greater than the remaining capacity of the knapsack, then don't add that item into the knapsack. Keep the previous value as it is. So V of ij is equal to V of I minus 1j. Okay, else change the value depending on what is the maximum value. So V of ij is equal to maximum of V of I minus 1j, comma V of I minus 1 j minus weight of I plus value of I. Okay, same statement, that is recurrence relation. Instead of F we have V here. Okay, there in the expression we had F of ij, here we have V of ij. Okay, V of ij maximum of the previous value, V of I minus 1 comma j, previous value whatever we have, the same thing, or that is whichever is maximum we have to keep that. V of I minus 1 j minus weight of I, V of I minus 1 j minus weight of I. Since we want the index to be in integer value, we are converting weight into integer value. Okay, integer of weight of I, j minus int of weight of I, int because it's an index to the table or index to the two-dimensional array, index to the matrix. Okay, so we want in the integer format, we don't want in the fractional part, because we will not be having row number or column number 1.0 1.2 2.3 like that. It will be a whole number, right? First column, first row, like that. So to get the whole number, we are converting the floating point number into integer number here. So j minus int of weight of I plus value of I. So after adding the new item, if it maximizes the profit, then consider the second one or consider the first one itself, that is the previous value V of I minus 1 j. Okay, so this we have traced in the last class, so I'm not going to trace this, you know this concept, right? So this is the dynamic knapsack solution. So in the last class we have got the different solution. So here you can notice that also. So solution is same, but the matrix is different. Notice that solution is same, but matrix is different. Okay, you can notice that. So we had first row 0, first row 0, first column 0. So same thing, first row and first column 0. Okay, and then in the second row we had, that is second row means column number is, so row number is 1. Okay, row number is 1. We had 0 0 12 12 12 12, right? But in this we have 0 10 10 10 10 10, because the items are in sorted order of the ratio. Okay, items got sorted now. Okay, even though answer is same, the matrix is different. The matrix, the final matrix, solution matrix, whatever we are getting for the dynamic programming, it is different. You can notice that. Then in the second row, we have got 0, 10, 12, 22, 22, 22. Here we have got 0, 10, 15, 25, 25, and 25. In the third row, we have got 0, 10, 12, 22, 30, and 32. In this, we are getting the same answer. Solution is same. Okay, solution is same. Only the values in the table are getting changed. So we are getting 10, 15, 25, 30, and 35. Right? In the last row, we have got 10, 15, 25, 30, and 37. And in this last row, we are getting 10, 0, 10, 15, 25, 30, and 37. You can notice that last row is same. Last row is same. Okay. Anyhow, so here, I hope you understood this. Since the items are getting sorted, the matrix content is different. Okay, items are getting sorted. That's why matrix content is different, but answer is same, 37. Okay. in the next slide. Okay, in the next slide, we are going to display the content, and then we are going to display the matrix also. Okay, so system.out.println solution matrix, display the value of v. Okay, I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than or equal to w and j plus plus. In the matrix format, we are going to display. Okay, system.out.print v of ij. Then here you can notice that I have not given println, I am giving print. Okay, after displaying the entire row, it has to give the new line. Until that, it should not give. Okay, so between two numbers, it has to give only tab space. P of ij is equal to P of ij, then a tab space. Okay, then system.out.println. After displaying the entire row, give one new line here. So system.out.println, it will include a new line. Then we are closing this, so it will display in the form of the matrix. Okay, system.out.println maximum profit is equal to P of n int of w. Okay, last row, last column. Last row, last column value will be displayed, that is 37. Then close the function dynamic knapsack. Then static float maximum. Here it will return, that is maximum we have used in dynamic knapsack, right? If a is greater than b, then it will return a. Otherwise, it will return b. We are passing two values there. One is before adding the new item. Second one is after adding the new item. Two values we are passing. Whichever is maximum, that will be returned here. Okay. Then, so this is the print vector to display the value of x. We are using this. So static void print vector phi is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, x of I is equal to 0. Initially, all the values of x of I is equal to 0. This is for only knapsack problem. Dynamic knapsack problem, not for greedy knapsack. This for dynamic knapsack we are going to display. I is equal to n, j is equal to int of w. That is initial capacity of the knapsack, and I will hold the number of items. Okay, while I not equal to 0 and j not equal to 0, that is we are not considering the value zeros here. We are not considering the value zeros here. If v of ij not equal to v of I minus 1j, we have seen this. We have seen this in the last class. That is, we are going to compare, that is to check which item is included into the knapsack. We are going to compare the last values, that is 37 and 35 will be compared here, and 37 and 35 are not equal. So fourth item is included into the knapsack. Okay, that is the concept. So same thing will be done here. X of I is equal to 1, j is equal to j minus int of weight of I. Then close this. So I is equal to I minus 1. Then close the while loop also. System.out.println item included. I is equal to, for I is equal to 1 to n. So we are going to display the value of I. So system.out.println to display in the vector format, we have used like this. That is x, then square bracket, it is in the double quotes. Then I value has to be displayed like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is not in the double quotes. Then again plus within the double quotes, give the closing bracket and then equal to. I want all this to be displayed. So whatever I want to be displayed, that will be in the double quotes. And whatever it is not in the double quote, that will be displayed its value. Those variables value will be displayed here. So x of I will be displayed. So last item is included into the knapsack, then it will reduce the value of that. Then third item is not included into the knapsack. Second item is included completely, and first item is included completely. Okay, I hope you understood this one. Then, so public static void main string args, you know why it is public static and void main. All these you know. You have already learned 5 lab programs, right? Then floating point temporary variable I am using here. Then system.out.println enter the number of object, n is equal to s dot nextend. It will read the number of objects from the keyboard, and it will be stored in input stream that will be given to n. So it will hold the number of objects. Then enter the number of to enter the weight of each object. So use the for loop here. For I is equal to 1 to n, weight of I is equal to s dot next float. Floating point number we are entering because we want the fractional part for the greedy knapsack. Then system dot out dot println, enter the value of each object. Each object will be added again with the for loop. For I is equal to 1 to n, value of I is equal to s dot next float. Then system dot out dot println, enter the capacity of the knapsack. So enter the capacity that will be stored in W. W is equal to s dot next float. And for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n I plus plus, ratio of I is equal to value of I divided by weight of I. So this is, we are going to find out what is the ratio. After that we have to sort it. Okay, this is the code for sorting. For I is equal to 1 to n, for j is equal to 1 to n. If ratio of I is greater than ratio of j, then temp is equal to ratio of j, ratio of j is equal to ratio of I, and ratio of I is equal to temp. So we are going to sort it. Similarly, we have to sort the weight also. Temp of I, temp is equal to weight of j is equal to weight of I, and weight of I is equal to temp. We have to sort values also. Temp is equal to value of j is equal to value of I is equal to temp. So the entire table, whatever we are going to enter, that we are going to sort. Okay, according to the ratio, we are going to sort weight also, value also. Okay, system dot out dot println, call greedy knapsack solution, call that g knapsack, and then display, want to call dynamic knapsack. I'm just giving within a println statement, dynamic knapsack solution. Then d knapsack I'm calling. Then I'm calling print vector, which will display the vector of items included into the knapsack for the dynamic knapsack. Okay, then close the main function and close the class, that is knapsack. Okay, so these are the outputs which we have already discussed. Enter the number of objects, that is equal to 4. Then enter the weight of each object, 2132. Then enter the value of each object, 12, 10, 20, and 15. Enter the capacity of the knapsack, that is equal to 5. Greedy knapsack solution is weight value x. So these are the greedy knapsack solution. First item is included completely. Second item is also included completely. Third item is included for 0.66. 0.66 of third item is included into the knapsack, and fourth item is not included. Maximum profit is equal to 38.33. So dynamic knapsack solution is, we are going to display the solution matrix, which we have already discussed. So at the end, we have got 37. So that will be displayed. Then items included are x of 1 is equal to 1, x of 2 is equal to 1, x of 3 is 0, and x of 4 is equal to 1. Okay, I hope you understood this concept. I'll show you how to execute this program. Okay, just disconnect and join again. Okay, disconnect and join again.